Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Amber Heard files new documents with the court alleging juror misconduct in her effort to get a new trial. But Johnny Depp's lawyers say not so fast and claim she's just trying to get out of paying. This comes as one of her insurance companies sues her, saying they shouldn't have to pay for Heard's legal fees or the judgment against Johnny Depp. I'm Anjanette Levy, and welcome to Law and Crime Sidebar Podcast. Let's start with the issue surrounding Juror 15. It's been a big controversy. Heard's lawyers have already filed a motion with the court alleging issues with Juror 15 and the fact that he was born in 1970, when the person summoned for court was actually born in 1945. While Heard's lawyers noted that that wasn't reason for a mistrial, now they're claiming otherwise. Plaintiff's attorney Catherine Luzardo is here to explain. Catherine, thanks for coming on Sidebar again. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Anjanette. Always a pleasure.
And what appears to have happened here, Catherine, is the fact that Juror 15, who was born in 1970, has the same name and same address as the person who was actually summoned to court and who was born in 1945. So it appears to possibly be a father-son relationship. So tell us a little bit about what Heard's attorneys are arguing with us.
What Heard's attorneys are arguing is that her due process was violated because the wrong juror came and was impaneled. But there's a big issue about this, which is that they don't have supporting law to support their argument that her due process was violated. And also, they cited a statute of Virginia law, which was actually wrong in terms of it's not supporting their argument. They're trying to claim that it's not their responsibility to check the jury and whoever the jurors' identifications are or anything about the jurors. But the thing is, the statute actually says that the parties are responsible for checking that, not the court or the juror, contrary to what Amber Heard's legal team is trying to say. So I think they will lose in that regard.
Well, Johnny Depp's team filed a number of responses to all of this on Monday. And let's look at what the team had to say. Ben Chew is the lead attorney, and he calls Heard's objection to Juror 15 untimely. He says Heard's supplemental memorandum was filed 1 week after the July 1st deadline. That was last Friday, was July 8th. And he wrote, true to form, Heard did not notify Depp's team of the supplemental memorandum, nor did her team ask the court for leave to file a week late. Chew also wrote that Heard's team was aware of the age discrepancy with Juror 15 because the court supplied both sides with the juror's information before the trial even started, so they would have it for voir dire, and the juror was vetted by both sides during that process. So Chew is saying this person was perfectly suitable to serve on the jury, even if it was the wrong person who showed up. So Chew goes on to say that Heard's lawyers chose not to investigate this when they had the information. So they're saying that Heard's team already knew. So what do you think of Ben Chew's response?
Ben Chew's response is spot on. He says that it was untimely. Timeliness is always a big deal when you're filing motion, because that means that if Amber Heard, well, not if, but Amber Heard filed a late supplemental, that doesn't give Ben Chew and Johnny Depp's legal team enough time to file an opposition, but they still were able to file it on time. Also, he's arguing that Amber Heard actually waived that argument when she did not raise it during the voir dire and during any time at the trial before the verdict. So that's a big issue because she's not claiming any prejudice. Well, she is alleging prejudice, but she's not stating specifically how it prejudiced her. And Ben Chew's motion, you mentioned that he stated that everyone, including Amber Heard's legal team and Johnny Depp's legal team, had those jury information beforehand. And actually, Ben Chew pointed out they had it 5 days before the jury voir dire. And the statute only requires that they have it 3 days before. And so they've had it way longer than they're supposed to, which leads me to the supplemental of Amber Heard, because there was a footnote there that I took great issue on because it actually attacks Judge Azharate. That footnote said that it's not Amber Heard's team's job to look and verify the jury information. Rather, it's the court's job. And what does that mean? The court's job, the statute says that the person who is taking the attendance of the juror are supposed to either take their ID and verify their information, or if they cannot provide ID, that they have to sign a statement under penalty of perjury that they are who they are. So they're claiming that that person made a big mistake. But here's the thing, who is in charge of the court procedures and making sure everyone is following it appropriately? The chief judge. And who's the chief judge of this court? Judge Ascarati, the Judge Ascarati at the trial. So now they're saying Judge Ascarati is not properly administering whatever is supposed to be the rules in her courtroom. So that won't bode well for them.
And I will tell you, at that June 24th hearing where Judge Ascarati, it was a formality, this hearing, she was signing the judgment. It was going to be final. She was having none of what Elaine Bredehoft was arguing. I mean, Elaine Bredehoft kept bringing things up, and Judge Ascarati cut her off almost at the end of each sentence and said, we're not doing this. I'm not having a hearing. I don't need a hearing when Elaine Bredehoft asked for one. So she's done. She is done with this. And she's kind of like, you want to appeal? Go appeal.